Listen, I've heard about all the numbers, okay? Life isn't just about numbers, it's about effort, okay? You say 13, I hear 26. You say 13, I hear 45. It doesn't matter. What is it on a sliding scale? Really, numbers go beyond 100. So why would we limit ourselves to just 13%? I think more profit, more gain. Inflation, what is it? Nobody knows. Who really cares about it? I know I don't.
Welcome to The Bulletin. My name is Francis Leach.
And I'm Cleo Cruz.
And Cleo, we had a massive week last week in federal parliament with the passage of Jim Chalmers' first Labor budget. And in that was a huge victory for the union movement and for the workers who've been campaigning for this change for over a decade. Tell people what it is.
Family and domestic violence leave has finally passed through all what feels like 70 of the houses of parliament, and it is now all workers in Australia can expect that they have access to family and domestic violence leave should they need, which I truly believe is going to save lives.
It'll save lives, it'll change lives as well. What it is also recognition that 10 years of solid, relentless, passionate campaigning from unionists and from the ACTU to explain why it was necessary that this leave become law has finally been realised. And it was a big day for Michelle O'Neill and some workers that she was with in Parliament last week as this legislation went into the House, and they saw all of their hard work come to fruition.
10 days paid family and domestic violence leave has just passed into law, unbelievably, after more than a decade of campaigning, fighting to win this workplace by workplace all over the country. Union activists, women fighting to say, we will not wait to win family and domestic violence leave. It's now become law. It's such a moment to celebrate, but also to recognise the amazing campaigning efforts of thousands and thousands of workers, thousands and thousands of women who around the country won this and who would never give up, because we know this is life-saving law. This is a law that will literally mean that women no longer have to choose between the safety of themselves and their kids and their job and their income. I want to thank everybody who was part of this. I want to thank every worker, every woman, every unionist who fought for this and knew that we could win a new right that is the first in the world to win for Australian workers 10 days paid family and domestic violence leave.
It's actually astonishing to watch. It's so exciting to see this, and I feel like we would be remiss. There was another piece of legislation that I think is being tabled at the moment, or
the industrial relations changes, which Tony Burke, the IR minister, brought to the Parliament last week, and it's now in the Senate. It might go off to committee for a little while to be looked at, but the key to this, Cleo, is this legislation will provide for multi-employer bargaining for workers. So at the moment, we can't get wages moving because the bargaining system is crap, right? It's just absolute bollocks. But if we can get workers to be able to negotiate collectively, across entire industries, better outcomes. And this is something the union movement and workers have been campaigning for again for a very long time, and at least that wheel is starting to spin. Next year we might see the result of that. Which is
okay, that's exciting. Next year's not that far away, isn't that spooky?
Because it's Halloween.
Speaking of spooky, we thought let's spook this episode up, especially because it's our 10th episode, which is kind of exciting. So we thought, to be super scary, why don't we bring on an employer? Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
We brought on an employer.
Because we're fair and balanced, and so we invited CEO Robin Peoples in to join us to talk about his... Robin?
Candy Crush.
Oh.
Good to see that you're looking after the interests of workers there, Robin, once again.
You're welcome.
Now, what are you going to do to get wages growing?
Well, let's be honest. Wages are where they need to be.
Yeah.
Okay? They're rising slowly. I'm rising faster.
You are. I think it was 40%.
40%. Corporate profits up 40%.
You can even afford really fancy silver jewellery now.
Wages going...
low.
This is too low.
It's low. It's a low rising. I mean, GDP, year-on-year growth, it should be at least 50. So I'm going to speak to my people.
Is it true wages are going backwards, especially for your employees?
I mean, define backwards.
They're becoming poorer while you become richer. It's all relative.
Some might say that. Really, it's a matter of perspective. Where are you looking at the backwards from? If you're backwards and you're looking at backwards, really, it might be forwards.
I think you just blew my mind. I don't trust you on that one, Robin, but I'll take that on notice, as they say.
Is it true that you were sending your workers in when they were infected with COVID and other illnesses?
These people are quite Australians. These are real Aussie battlers. And I feel that my employees were ready to work.
Yeah.
So I sent them in.
Okay.
So what if it's a cough? So what if it's a sniffle? This country was built on sniffles and colds.
You told us you were going to bring in some staff perk pizza, but I can't see it anywhere.
It was a really good pepperoni pizza. And I don't know if you've had Vinnie's from the Preston Market, but it's not worth sharing with people.
Okay, fair enough.
Best to keep it to yourself, is it?
Precisely. I mean, next week. We'll get them next week.
Yeah. So you're a friend of the worker.
Yep.
Do you know some workers?
Plenty. The person that cleans my garden, the person that cleans my pool. These are workers that I know on a first name basis, and that's pretty much it. But the people that work in my company, they're also
People.
there. Yeah.
So there's been a few allegations of harassment within your company
Wage theft.
and wage theft by you. So was wondering if you wanted to maybe say anything now that you have your moment.
I plead the fifth.
Wow. You just invented a new law in Australia. You brought
right.
that in from America like everything else you do.
I've got really good friends over there, Francis, and you'll be amazed at what they can accomplish across waters. So I'm going to stick to my guns and plead the fifth.
Well, Robin, we are really thrilled that you came in to spend some time with us today to give us a CEO's perspective on how to make Australia great again.
You're welcome.
Wait, I have one more question. Is it true that you recently tweeted that it's really hard to be a white middle-class man in Australia these days?
That was the first 144 characters of actually a much larger book that I'm writing about how it is to be a hard, white, cis male in Australia and run a business at the same time. And you'll be able to get that book from all regular retail stores and online when it's finished.
Yeah, it'll be in the bargain bins before Christmas. Don't worry about that. Robin Peoples, thank you so much for being on the Bulletin.
Thanks, Robin.
And thank you for viewing the Bulletin this week. And what do people need to do?
You need to join your union by going to australianunions.org.au/ what is it? Oh my God.
Just go to the website and you'll find it. Don't worry. She gets lost. So go like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you to Robin Peoples for being here. Thank you for watching. And we will catch you on the next edition of The Bulletin.